All right, we're back with more coding content. Not the dspy series today, though, if you've been following that one. We're not gonna have that one today. We're gonna work on some side objectives. Actually, I want to do two things today, sort of two separate things. First one is related to that bug fix I did in the GEPA repo, which actually ended up taking a bit more complicated route. Because the GEPA authors wanted me to, they didn't like that in their repo. They suggested to patch it in dspy, and I did that. So I opened this PR last week off stream, which sort of does a basic patching. If you remember, the bug was that well, actually we can draw this, right? So let's see. Okay, this is our dspy project, but we'll we can draw somewhere else on the canvas, like here. So the way it works is you have this dspy.lm, which is the language model, and dspy helps you take as input. It basically does all the boilerplate for you, right? You take as input a prompt. The question is, what do you get as output, right? Because you have a prompt here. So dspy handles all the... actually, this is not quite accurate because the adapter handles... So there's a dspy.adapter. And we don't want to overcomplicate this, but we want it to be correct too. I think this is right. The prompt sits in front of the model, right? That kind of makes sense. And what the model sees is a, let's call it a prompt template. Or I guess more accurately is to call it a templated prompt. Okay, and you have, now here's the problem, because you have outputs. The problem here is that the dspy.lm talks to a model provider. Which is like e.g. OpenAI, Anthropic, or meta providers like OpenRouter, but they're not, they still route to OpenAI or Anthropic, right? So maybe let's not put them here. Now the feature that broke stuff in and now for GEPA, now here's the bug. Okay, so you have this thing. And the problem is that it's either string if one output, string. If more than one output, dictionary. Okay, so this case is not good. Oh, we can't color the bug. And the bug is actually the one I filed here. That's because the way GEPA works assumes a string. And actually other people noticed this bug and opened another issue. So there's now two issues for the same bug. 9168. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't have this. Okay, now we have the diagram up. Whoops. Okay, now, so let's go over the scheme again. So we have a dspy language model. we have an adapter in front of the model. The prompt comes in, the adapter templates the prompt to give a templated prompt, which goes in the model, which actually the more accurate thing here is this talks back and forth. Well, it's one round of, it just sends that prompt, the templated prompt, to the model provider because dspy doesn't actually have any AI inside of it. And then it receives back a response, which it presents to you as outputs. Possibly the problem is the way modern model providers work. Sometimes these days they give you more than just a response. And the most common case, which is the bug in dspy. Okay, if I knew how to. If it's only one output, it's string. If it's greater than one output, for example, response and reasoning, it's a dictionary, okay? So this is where the bugs are, and both of these issues, the one I filed first and this other one, people have stopped noticing that GEPA doesn't work with more than one output because it doesn't know how to unwrap a dictionary. This is pretty common these days because now model providers, they give you the reasoning trace too. Not clear why you would even want that, but it's useful for maybe inspecting it. There's another thing we discovered in one of the first streams is that Claude has a weird citations API. It can actually return another type of output called a citation, which is, it's not going to be text in the response. It'll be a separate field you'll get through the HTTP request, which is pretty interesting. It's probably strongly templated on their end or constrained. Okay, so now here's the thing. We submitted a fix, okay? So we submitted a fix that sort of goes to a mini adapter, which always returns a string. This is how dspy wanted it. It's bad design, but sure, it's their software, not mine. So then this mini adapter that I submit in the dspy PR is a string, and the dspy PR I submitted is somewhere here. Here it is, patch dspy GEPA to handle list of dict, right? So if we see the list here means if you send multiple responses in parallel, right? So it's either list of string or list of dict. But then we just strip that, and we always take the text field. That's the key in the dictionary where you'll always find I think it's either text or response. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we submitted all this stuff. It works. The guy now the dspy whatever guy wants tests for this change. So let's do a test for this change today, okay? And that's pretty easy because I looked before and dspy seems to write their tests using mocks of dspy language model. So that allows you to cut this field down, right? So we can say something like, in testing, this will be mocked. Because when you run PyTests, you don't want to actually reach out to the internet. You just want to mock some sort of provider that gives you things back. So what we need to do is we need to mock a provider that gives us two fields. And we're going to test that when we instantiate the GEPA object and try to use the reflection functionality where this bug occurs. Everything is good, right? Because we should only extract one field from our mini adapter. And this can be like this, model provider. Oops, sorry, like this. And the adapter like this. Okay, So pretty clean. So let's write, we need to write a testing mock provider which just interfaces with the dspy language model. And that's pretty much it, right? It interfaces with the dspy language model, and it should return greater than 1 outputs. So we have a valid test. But of course, we may also want to do a test to return. We'll see. Maybe we want to also add a test for like preserving backwards compatibility. Okay, so let's code this test. So for that, you have to fork dspy, and I did that. So we're going here, and I forked. I'm on my fork of dspy, and I just synchronized the main branch. I need to add a remote first to the upstream repo, which I did not do. So let's see, git add new remote. Because we're gonna want to add, let's see, git remote add upstream, a remote towards the public dspy repo, which is here, and it needs this. Okay, git fetch upstream. And we're gonna fetch all the branches from public. We're good. Now, interestingly, we're gonna need UV, because what happens is I'm gonna have to do the test in this same PR, I think. I wasn't asked to, the guy didn't say anything, but, or the person didn't say anything. If I do the test in another PR, it's gonna fail testing, right? Because their integration pipeline runs all the tests. And of course, if I add a new test on the main, which is broken, and I test for that thing, it's gonna fail. So I'm actually gonna do the test in this same PR, and the branch we need is fixed GEPA adapter reasoning. So I have to go back here, git fetch origin. Let me fetch all the branches from the origin. Git checkout GEPA, what was it called? I forgot. Fix underscore GEPA adapter reasoning. Okay, so we're tracking the branch now. We're gonna want to merge the main because we are a bit behind here. Okay, so we're gonna merge origin main. Ooh, no, I think I did this wrong. QA and enter. No, this seems fine, right? No, I did the merge wrong. I don't think it's double spaced there. Let me git revert commit, because this is all local, right? So what, git revert head. Git revert -m head. Okay, so we need to search for git revert merge. Executing members actually the parent number of the main line. Git log one line graph. Let's see, what do we have here? Classic, I busted up Git now. So where is the heck is this? This is the one I want to merge, right? Merge remote tracking back origin. Yeah. So then I need to do, okay, so then we need to do git q, git revert dash m1. Ah, so I just busted up the okay, this is easier because I can just reset the branch. Yeah, revert introduces another commit, so I'm gonna mess up the branch history now. What was it? Git, was it reset hard, right? Yeah. So all we need to do is just get, let me get this branch commit ID. Here we go. It's actually a bit easier, right? So we just do git reset hard to, what is it, 54A 349B. Okay, so now I'm up to date again, and what I wanted to say is git merge main, which is actually origin main. Okay. Now I'm 4 commits. It's probably the same thing, git push. Okay, so now let's see. This should be reflected in this PR here. Yes, it is. So I merged the main and we're now synchronized. Now the changes should be exactly the same because I doubt. Okay, the changes are the same. So now we're synchronized with the latest main. Okay, so let's start working on the adding the test then. Okay, so we have to open, what do they have here? Tests. Oh yeah, there's so many tests here. Teleprompt. We need a sort of test GEPA. Instruction proposer. Probably the place we want to be in. No, we don't want to do type annotations. Count messages. Test reflection LM get structured images. Okay, so we want to write a test here. No, I don't know why I don't know why all these things are for images here. This is the dummy LM. Okay, perfect. This is the mock they have here, which I was interested in. Okay, we also need to UV sync dev. So we have the environment. Interesting. So it wants admin access. Let me just try a UV sync then. Very annoying. No, he still wants. I need like to run. That means I probably can't even do this on Windows, right? Yeah. Well, this is extremely annoying because they actually run. It needs the Rust backend somehow. I can try closing this and opening back as admin, but I don't think that's gonna do too much. Yeah, it messes up the whole theme now. I guess we can try opening the folder. Yeah, this is messed up now. Okay, and if I try to do a... Oh, whoops. I messed up the folder again. So I'm in dspy and we do terminal, new terminal. I don't need this, I don't need this. Yeah, this is... Probably don't even have UV here. Oh no, I do have UV, okay. Is the sync gonna work? If this does work, then I can switch back to their profile. It's not too bad. Somehow I doubt this works though, because I don't have the Rust toolchain installed here. Interesting. Wow, it actually worked. Okay, so we have the environment. Okay, so then I can switch back to the regular. Okay. And what if I do UV pip list? Huh. Well, there you go. UV is magic as usual. So we kind of knew that. Pylance has crashed. We don't care about this. Okay, so then if I do now UV run PyTest. Why can't I run PyTest? Do they even use PyTest to test this though? Oh, they don't? No, they do. Should I have done UV sync all extras? I think so, and it's not gonna work here. Unless maybe the stuff that's already built, it works on top. I think it is gonna work. Because UV is smart enough to not try to reinstall the other ones, even though they were installed by another user. I didn't even know it works this way. I thought it was bound to a user. That's good to know. We'll have to see if this gRPCIO thing builds. Oh, please work. Yeah, I may have to move to Linux, which means I have to redo the whole streaming setup, but that's kind of okay. Not the worst thing to do. Something is, what is gRPCIO? Do I really... Wow, it's like a whole protocol. Come on. Like, it's pretty wild that they have pandas, Optuna, LangChain, this light LLM. Doubt you need all this stuff. Maybe I'm wrong though, they probably use Optuna for maybe even in GEPA, but like, why would you need LangChain? Okay, so it is made for Windows. GEPA with dspy requests. So let's go back. Let's look at the test, because we can also write the test blind. It's not that big of a deal. What I need to understand is what the heck is this dummy LM? So where do we want this? Tool up? Nah, it's not in tool optimization. Nah. Test GEPA. What is test GEPA? Dict dummy LM. Dictionary dummy LM. Simple metric, purchase on parameter, reflection, mini batch size, expected callback metadata. Occurs the sky. Test GEPA disables logging. No, we don't want to touch this. Mock ML flow. Test basic workflow. Yeah, we want to test the workflow. Okay, so this is what we want to do. So let's see. Reflection LM dummy, optimizer, train set. Okay, optimize program. Yeah, we need to hit this compile here. And how do we mock something that outputs reasoning? So we want a reasoning LM. I don't think this thing is working here. grpcio stuck at preparing. Maybe it's... Yeah, so it has to do the build on Windows. Damn, this is taking so long. But is there any way to see if this actually works, or is it dead? There seems to be some sort of CPU usage. Yeah, there's a C compiler. Okay, so maybe stuff is moving. Interesting. Okay, so where should we, maybe in test GEPA, right? So we have a dict dummy language model. The init is pretty basic. It has some history. Oh, I see. So the call, yeah, this is what we want. So the call should return. Now we can write the dictionary by hand. That doesn't seem good though. Is there any way we can use... We gotta read the language model, the LM code, because we have to figure out how to dspy clients. Oh, there's a test LM too. Chat LMs can be queried. So how do they mock here? But in any case, so dspy clients LM. And what I actually care about is there's a reasoning thingy here. It's actually in the base LM where the bug is. Oh, here it is. Output, here's the dictionary. So outputs is a list. And here's the stripping that happens. We know because we saw this last time. So what I need to do is response choices. We need to mock this response. And c.message should have the attribute reasoning content. And also content. And response, let's see, where does it come from? Because this is a post process, which is a process, okay, which is a forward, which the forward we find here. From messages, and this returns, they forgot to annotate it, return results, and it's a completion, which is a light LLM completion, because we use this in basic. Okay, finally this thing is, well, I hope this is built. It did not build. Did I install PyTest at least? No, I didn't. Let me see, what do they have here in PyProject Tomo? Pip install UV sync extra dev. Okay, though that's enough. UV sync extra test extras, I guess. So we don't mind, these are gonna work good. So now UV run PyTest. UV PyTest? What? UV pip list. UV sync. Oh, I know what I did. Extra dev, extra test extras. Need 2 extras. Okay, finally, UV run PyTest. There we go. So we, which one was the build thing? Let me try again. So we remove the environment. Okay, and then we go UV sync again. I just need to dodge that build thing there. No, it's the jitter thing. Yeah, so I need elevated privileges here, but I also need to transfer ownership. Need to transfer ownership. In any case, we can just test the final thing, but let's implement it though, because so the LM is light LLM completion. Now can I find any light LLM? Not really, not in test GEPA. I can UV sync at least. I cannot even UV sync, right? No, I can't UV sync. Let's see, can I run with admin in PowerShell? Can I do this now? No, because I have to open the whole thing. This is not gonna work. Okay, then I have to go again. Same story. And I guess we can just sort of stay here. So it'll be extra dev, extra test extras. Okay, so this works, and now I should be able to run PyTest. But wait, actually, I guess it's fine, yeah. Yeah, okay, so it runs all the tests, everything passes, because it should pass. We're on our branch. Okay. I don't know, there's a fail in test LM, but I don't think this is us. It's not related. Now. GEPA dummy LM. Aha, here's the GEPA dummy LM system. And does it have a response tool? Can I view this word wrapped? Is there a content here? Is there a response? Here it is, response. Okay. So then if I have the reasoning field, okay, I know how to do this then. Okay, good. So then here's what we do. We do a new thing. Whoops. Control copy. And we call this GEPA underscore dummy reasoning lm.json. Okay. And I'm just gonna magically add. Now, how the heck do I edit the JSON field? JSON file. How to nicely edit JSON file, VS Code. Control Shift. Right click the intercenter format document or Control Shift I, Shift Alt F. Interesting. Shift Alt F. Oh, okay. Nice, 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 nice. Why are these so ugly actually? What is happening in dspy? What kind of JSON file is this? I guess it's they actually want to emulate the string coming in. Is it gonna matter? Teleprompt. Okay, well, we kind of don't want or need all these things, right? So what's happening here? Prompt null messages. Response. So what do they do with this GEPA? GEPA underscore dummy with open data LM history, data LM, reflection LM history. Where the heck is reflection LM? There is no reflection LM. This is a scam. Is there? Oh no, there is one. Oh no, but it's not. I need reasoning, not reflection. So this is fine. Okay, so then the open reflection LM main dict dummy LM history. So something is mimicking here that it'll return these things, and all we have to do now is... Okay, so here's how we break this then. Because we know in dspy clients... So maybe actually I don't even need to... You know what? I'm just gonna change this then. Like, well, we don't even need a new file. Forget about it, right? So we just add reasoning. Here. Aha. I believe it was response underscore reasoning. Okay, I think this is it. This is the fix. If they don't like this, I'm not doing anything else. But I think this is very elegant because all you want to do is mimic just one time. It should crash. So where were we? Clients, base. This is where you see what it wants, right? And what is the field called exactly? Here it is. Reasoning content. See message. Where do I find content? Response. Nah, something is not good here. So who builds this again? The forward method of this guy, right? Content prompt, okay. System. Completion. Light LM completion. And results. Process completion. So this should have .message.content. But the API here uses a response. So what else? What other tools do we have here? What is dummy LM? Dummy language model. Nah, but we don't want this. Nope, this is not what we want at all, because all these things, they return, yeah, content. Does it have a call? It does have a call. Here it is, outputs. Yeah, so all these things, it's a list. Self-use example. Yeah, these are all list of strings. This is the problem. Okay. So we need to mock a dummy reasoning LM. We're gonna get Quark's messages. So I can do a self-reasoning here, right? So I say if self-reasoning okay, so then we do it like this. Current output is, check this out. So we're just gonna capture this, okay? And we're gonna append it here. Okay, so now all we have to do is just capture this guy. There we go. So this is next of this thing. We'll format this later. No, I believe it should be like, whoops. Sorry, let's see, Shift Tab like this, okay. And also like this. Okay, great. So now, if self-reasoning current output equals, so the text becomes current output reasoning some reasoning. There we go. So now it's a dictionary instead of a string. And that's it. We now, if we just use that flag, and we're gonna make it false by default, so it doesn't mess with the tests. And so we're gonna need reasoning equals false. Okay, and we're also gonna do self.reasoning, and now okay, so we can format this. Okay, let's see, what did we change here, and where are we? Okay, we'll add an exception here. Well, that's a ton of changes because I did the formatting and it's really bad. So which one do we want to preserve? Git add test utils dummies. No? Am I in dspy core? Oh, sorry, I'm in dspy core, yeah, so it's dspy, whoops, utils dummies, and everything else should be okay. So now we can unstage this to see what we did. How many? Okay, this is fine. Not fine. Oh God. Oh, did I forget the current output? Yes, I did forget the current output. Okay. I guess we have to cut some of these guys here. Self-reasoning. Reasoning is fine. Okay. Okay, this is it. This is good. We don't need this. Nor this. Store the output. Okay, perfect. So let's stop here then, right before. Let's see what this is in vanilla case, right? So then if I go and what do I do here? So where is this used? In a lot of places, but also in test GEPA. So I can do UV run PyTest, K test GEPA instruction proposer, right? Because I have a dummy LM here. Yeah. I should break point right there. Yes, I hope so. Okay. And what is outputs? Perfect. List of strings. Okay. Oh. Okay, how the heck do I exit this? Okay, I don't want this. Okay. Well, actually, let's do something else. Let's run all the PyTests with this change, right? UV run PyTest. Because we should not have destroyed anything. We added a default false. Did I forget to save this? I did forget to save this. There we go. So UV run PyTest. And now all we have to do is just write the new test with reasoning true, and we are absolutely done. Perfect. So, I don't get what's up with all these images. I really don't like this thing, but it should be like kind of like this, right? So where the heck is GEPA? Oh, I see, it's here. Okay, so let's write a new test now. Test custom proposer without reflection LM. So we'll call it test No, but no, we want with reflection LM. Come on. Test reflection LM outputs reasoning, for example. Is there really no more? This is wild. Like, can I just not do like a basic thing, or what's happening here? Okay, I'm just gonna do test default proposer with reasoning. Okay. Okay, so then all we need to do is we say a dummy LM. The reflection LM is a dummy LM. And it has reasoning equals true. Check this out. Okay. And that's it. Can I parameterize this? I think so. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Good. Even better, because all we have to do is just add a flag to this. Oh, perfect. This is gonna be so clean now. Now, what I want to see though, I'd like to stop here and see that this is true. So actually, let's do the right thing then. So how the heck do we add a... so how to add a Boolean variable in PyTest that exercises both values? Pretty basic. Okay. So mark parameterize is enable. There we go. So we don't need all this junk. We just need one line. Okay, so we do mark parameterize reasoning. We need to import PyTest, I guess, which is fine. Okay. And how do we use this? Okay, and it will just be LM. It will be reasoning equals reasoning, where it's a reasoning bool. Like this, right? Is enabled. Status value. PyTest run twice. Will it true? False. That's it. This is all that we want. So we don't need to duplicate code. Okay, and now I just run uv run pytest-k test default proposer. Two passed. We're almost done. I just want to see it be like this. I need to see that the outputs are what we want them to be. So in the first run, what do we have in the first run? It should be false, right? So then I look at outputs. Yup, and then the second run. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, for God's sake, it's so many. Okay, it has like a shit ton of responses, I guess. Oh, I think I saw it. Okay, we're done. Outputs. No, continue. I don't understand how this works. It's really annoying though. Okay, well, oh Jesus Christ. Oh, I see, it's like some multi-threading thing happening here. Okay, we're just gonna stop here, I guess. Current output. Yeah, it's text reasoning. But is it really reasoning, or did I get the field wrong? I'm dumb. It's reasoning content. Not that it matters, because that's kind of the whole point, because dspy strips all this. I mean, the adapter, the bug fix that I did, strips all this. So actually you can have banana here too. Okay, I think we're done. Just UV run PyTest. Where are we here? Test GEPA instruction proposer. That's all we want to see pass. Nice. This was sorry, the setup took it long. I mean, once again, fixing Windows issues takes way longer than actually working with UV. But it is what it is. We gotta remember we're in admin mode, which is not ideal. We really gotta ditch this. Okay, nice. So I'm gonna push this, and then I'm gonna reply to the guy in the PR. If the guy doesn't like it, then that's, I don't know what to tell you, but this is by far the cleanest thing ever, right? Like, just 2 lines in the test changed, which is wild. 3. Okay, and then just like 10 changes here, just 1 extra. This is just the formatting change. And some minor logic, right? Yeah. Now what the heck? Test Where is tests? What happened to the tests? They like stopped, I guess. So what did we change? The dummies. Yup. And the thing here. So we can say git add. Which branch am I in? Okay. dspy utils dummies and tests teleprompt test GEPA instruction proposer. Okay. Git restore. No, I need to remove this. We don't need this new file at all. GEPA dummy reasoning LM. Now let me run again because I'm paranoid. So if I run teleprompt, I don't understand how their tests work. Okay, I guess. Okay, there we go. GEPA instruction proposer. Okay, good. Git commit message. Now I want to try something else, because if I... So here's the trick now. I can revert dspy to the main and cherry pick back this commit, and we should see that test fail. That'll be the ultimate proof that our fix works. Okay, so add test for reasoning output in reflection LM. Add functionality, add test functionality for reasoning, and test for reasoning output in reflection LM. And I just gotta push. And that's it. Now it should be live on the web for this guy. Okay, now what I want to do is, because now I changed 4 files. So we have the commit ID, okay? Here's how professional software development works. Interesting. Why do I fail? I guess that's because it hasn't started yet, right? Why? Some checks were not successful. My lint. Oh, I have to sign in to view logs. I don't want to do that. Well, let's try to lint this, I guess. What am I supposed to lint? UVX? Ah, I'm supposed to... Yeah, I know what I'm supposed to lint. Which one is it? dspy.Utils dummies. Oh, sorry, rough format. So what diff did I get here? UVX rough format. I think it's the other one. It's tests. But I didn't actually lint that, which is bad. Test GEPA underscore instruction proposer. Yeah. Oh no. Huh. Pre-commit. Run all. Oh, I can't run pre-commit here. Does it really want this white space? Let me see what the error is. I'll use the other account. Sorry. Something is fishy here because I need to see that linting error. I doubt it's huh. Okay, let's see, what does it want here? Lint, no, view details. Oh, I see, it wants a new line. Okay, I know what it wants now. It's not the easiest because... Okay, so I have to do... he wants a new line here. So this one is fine, the dspy.Utils dummies, but he wants something here too. Git add tests, teleprompt test, GEPA instruction, commit, fix, linting. This should pass now. Okay, did we fix the linting? Okay, all the tests pass otherwise. Let's see. So if I refresh this, yeah, I think we're gonna pass because if we yes, I'm pretty sure we're gonna pass, right? Yeah, okay, we're done. Okay, good. So now let's do professional software development testing because we want to show this person, okay, so now what they're gonna say is, okay, you added a test, but how do I know it is actually failing? Well, this one's easy because I can do this. I can do git checkout main. Perfect, so I just undid my change. Then I can do git cherry pick, okay? And I'm just gonna cherry pick the commit I just did, not the linting. I guess I'll do both of them, right? So first we're gonna cherry pick this one. Good. So now the file is changed, and we're also going to cherry pick, just for completeness, we're going to cherry pick the linting too. Okay. And now if I run UV run, because now I have reasoning functionality, let's see if it fails or not, because I really am expecting this to fail now. Why? Why am I seeing a pass? Because if I stop in GEPA compile, so then I stop in optimize. What do I see in reflection LM here? Okay, so let's see what's happening here, because I'm getting a pass there, which is not good. Right, so I'm seeing a dummy LM, and does it have, am I in the reasoning branch or not? I am. Okay. So if this guy has a, I'm very confused now, because this guy has a call method. Which is supposed to return a list of dictionaries. So let's stop exactly where that bug is then, because I know where it is, I think. Well, eek, the bug is inside GEPA, right? Because it's in GEPA utils. Did they change this? No, it's in adapters. Oh, I forget where it is. In proposer, reflective mutation, base, full prompt. So is it because I think I know what's happening. There's no reflective mutation. Yeah, let's see. So then this line should not hit then. It actually does hit, which is pretty wild. So LM, so full prompt, and LM full prompt. So how the heck does this is wild. Like, what's happening here? Full prompt dot strip. Okay, this is exactly the error that I want to see. Is there a try thing here, or what's happening? Because it's definitely exercising the what? So this thing crashes, so then the whole thing crashes. Okay, we're very close though. So actually, how do I run this? Can I run? Can I just parameterize? Okay, never mind, because it's the first one. Well, this is pretty wild because what the heck is happening? So lm.history and reflection lm.history. There's got to be a try catch here. That's yeah, which is really bad because I'm not actually exercising the failure. Okay, so then we're back to drawing board. How the heck did I report the bug to them in the first place? Because I definitely was able to easily reproduce it. So I have an LM, which is a real LM, and a real reflection LM, and that's it. So how do I, but the funny thing is, this is very confusing. Does this guy have history before? Is this test even... I think this test is broken, right? Like, if I look at lm.history now... Oh, okay, it's empty. So stuff actually does get populated. Okay, let's trace everything. So compile. Optimize. Yup, we hit optimize. And where's the instruction proposer? Is there a try here? Not too many tries here, because any try will obscure the error for us. But we're definitely stopping in this run, which is pretty wild, right? Propose new can't. Is there a try here? Aha. Build reflective data set. The first reflective try. So we have to make reflect. Propose new texts. Run. This is what hits. So let's see what happens here. Do I hit the catch here? Because I think this is. I think we're. Oh my god, we're seeing like super obscured errors. Accept exception as E. Let's see, do we catch the exception here? Because we really, really should. Jackpot, E. Okay, there we go. So we catch the exception. Okay, so how to... I see, but this updates... Okay, so this is just bad software design because it... Okay, so here's what we want to do. We want to exercise this in PyTest. So what we do is... We're going to ask AI how to do it because I don't know how to do this. But yeah, it's just we have to work around bad software, which is fine. So I have the following deeply nested code, and I can exercise the exception. okay? But I can exercise this in a very deep nested call in a PyTest. What kind of assert or check do I need in PyTest to catch this? I can't propagate the exception or change the original code. Come on, it must work, right? Like, since the code catches the return logs and returns none, the exception never reaches PyTest. It won't work. Mocking or log inspection. Mocking to force the error. Cap log. So actually this cap log, so what do they log here? Self logger. Oh god. So is it true? PyTest cap log? Okay, so maybe can I check all logs? This looks pretty good. So I just need cap log. Okay. And what do they want to do with it? Pretty wild. So I need to import logging. No, but I can't catch this. This is wild, right? Okay, so let's see. Can we stop? What do we have in this cap log here? I doubt this is gonna be with cap log at level cap log. So is it info? What is this? God knows. Okay, so I can run again. So cap log dot text. But this is reasoning, I meant. This is reasoning true, yeah, so I had nothing. What are logging levels? So debug. No. Oh, I guess debug is the only thing we can do. This is pretty wild. Nah, there's nothing here. So how can I exercise this then? How can I catch it? What the heck is the logger? Logger, any reflective mutation proposer. Who does this? We don't know. So we have to start all the way from here now. So let's see. Compile. Optimize. Reflective mutation proposer. Logger, logger. Logger is none. Standard out logger. Is it none? Logger protocol none. Optimize. How is it used? Yeah, it is none, right? Oh no, it's logger adapter. Why? Pass through the logger. Which itself is log and get logger name. So we know the name is GEPA, I think. And it also gets passed to logger adapter. Okay, so it's just the info. Okay. So what is the logger name then? Because actually we can stop right here. Okay, hang on, we're getting there. Because we should break here. We're sort of getting there, right? Okay, so self.logger .logger, because that's how it works. Name. So we have access to this, which is not a small thing. I actually have access to the logger in the app, and it has... Can I just poll it? To spy. So magic mock. The PyTest cap log. Aha. So I just need to specify the log. Oh, gotcha. This is it, because it's probably doing this whatever the default logger is, which is not good. So we want to this logger at info. Okay. We know that's the name for sure. Okay, this is gonna work. It's pretty nice. Well, again, bad software. Yeah, and we should see the text now. Come on, please work. Cap log. No, why not? But why am I seeing this empty? And I have reasoning true though, right? And the exception already happened. So do I have GEPA.logger? Nah, it's not even stored here. That's the problem. Is it? Let's see, logger. No, because it's in the module. Eventually call self-logger elements propagate to logger name. Because you're running in a test environment, the mock approach works to have a handle on the instance of the class. The cap log will globally based on logger string name. I want to use the logger approach, but I'm seeing an empty string in caplog.text. Why? No, the code is, but self-log might not be a custom wrapper. It is a custom wrapper class, but it does log with the default logger. The logger has propagate false. Instead of relying on PyTest, you can temporarily attach a string IO handler directly to a logger identified in PDB. I don't have access to the object though. This is the messed up part. I wish I had. Yes, it does. Target logger propagate is false. How can I actually get the logger from logging? Because it's created in a Python module. So this is what I need, right? So I need this. And I need to turn on no. So let's see, do I get this logger? But yeah, so I could do a target logger. Is this a thingy here? Well, this would be nice if I could just get the logger and read the message. Interesting. Or maybe I get it after, actually, right? Target logger. Right, and then I do continue. And what do I have in target logger? Log. Can I just... So wait. Oh, but it has propagate false. View logged contents Python. So how do I view it then? Or where is it? Does it go somewhere? Dude, this is wild. No, I need the propagate trick now. Like this. Globally set logger property Python. So I do target logger. Dot propagate is true, I guess. Let's see, does it have propagate? Oh, it's already true. So let's see. So I have this. And it's showing target logger dot propagate is true already. I know 100% that's the logger used in the deeply nested call, but still at info level, but still seeing empty cap log.text or can't reach y. Any other logger properties I should check or set? If target looks to the the most good logger hijacking. 7 library has already configured with its own handler. Target logger disabled. Oh, there's no way it's disabled, right? Target logger not disabled. Nah, it's false. Okay. Get effective level. Okay, sure. 20, whatever that means. Logging.info. Well, this is also 20. Okay, so we're good. Check the handlers. Target logger.handlers. Okay, so all this looks in order. I'm seeing these. Everything seems to be in order. Okay, so somebody's sniping. Jesus Christ. Parent. So the parent is dspy and propagate. False. Okay, the parent is indeed disabled. Any log traverse up and simply stops, never reaches the root logger where cap log sits. So cap log remains empty. You have two options, fixed propagation or attached directly. Okay, so grab the parent that is blocking the chain. Okay, let's try this one then. Good. So, well, good overstatement. So we want to force the dspy logger to true. Okay. Let's see it now. Yeah, I can see why he wants to do both. Okay, so what do we have now? Jesus Christ, cap log.text. Yes. There we go. Yep. Nice. So then we can do the spy logger. All right, so finally UV run PyTest default proposer. One failed. Yup. There we go. Okay, so what do we do here? Git diff. A lot of stuff. So we want to stash this, okay? And we want to check out our branch again. Finally, woohoo! God damn it, dude, this software sucks. Patch dspy.GEPA. So what is the branch called? Fix GEPA adapter reasoning. Fix GEPA on the adapter reasoning. Git stash pop. There we go. Any UVX rough format tests, teleprompt test GEPA instruction. A bit of reformats here and there. This is fine. Fine. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, that's it. We are done for good now. Okay, so now we can go to the guy and reply to him that, hey, okay, so let's go back now. So again, we have our branch. UV run PyTest, K, test GEPA, instruction, propose. Oh my God, we didn't actually test if the PyTest passes, right? Which is pretty wild now. 5 passed. And now if we do git checkout main and we do git reset hard, first and foremost, let's do it differently now. Let's reset our main to our main. Which is this one, okay? Okay, branch up to date with origin main, so this is where we are too. And now if we do git checkout from our branch, fix GEPA adapter reasoning, just this file. No, we need 2 files. We need, which files did we change? The tests teleprompt test GEPA instruction. Okay, and dspy utils dummies. Okay, and we run UV test k test GEPA instruction proposer. One failed, 4 passed. We're done. Okay, so this is how you reproduce the bug. So we do this on main and we're done. Okay. Okay, good. This was it. So we added the test like they wanted. It's all pushed. It's all taken care of. Let's see. This is the web thingy. Oh no, don't tell me. More formatting. Yes, more formatting. Okay. The linting is busted up again. This linting is killer, dude. Why am I getting... Okay, so I have to check what the heck is it failing. Pretty wild. Oh, it wants logging at the top, for God's sake. Okay, where are we now? Git check, git status, git restore stage dot, git restore dot, git checkout, fix GEPA. What is it called? Jesus Christ. Adapter reasoning. We're back on the branch and he wants the logging to be placed at the top because it's a core Python module. Git commit -m linting. Tests, teleprompt test, GEPA. This is all a hack because I can't run this on Windows, so sucks for me. Okay. Okay, are we good now, please? Any more weird linting? We should be good. Okay, so then we can just drop a comment to this guy, and I'll do this from the other account. You guys won't be able to see this, but it should be quick. Okay, so to reproduce the failing test on main, I'm just gonna give him the steps, right? So what do? Git checkout main. And we're gonna check out from the fix GEPA adapter reasoning branch. We just need 2 files. Tests, teleprompt. What was it called? Test GEPA instruction proposer.py and dspy utils. Was it dummies? .py. UV run pytest k test GEPA instruction. What was it? Instruction proposer, obviously it's the same as the file name. This will fail the newly added test with reasoning. This is the test variant with reasoning is true. Is there a log I can copy to this guy? Where am I? But we'll pass on this branch. So if I do UV run pytest-k test, what is it called? GEPA instruction proposer. So I get 5 passed. Okay. And I guess I have to do all the steps for the guy again. Git checkout main, okay, and then I'm just gonna copy my command here. Let's see if this works. Git checkout fix, it works, and then I just run UV PyTest, UV run PyTest, and I see 4 fails and 1 fail and 4 passes. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to copy this thing for him. Like, this is really, I'm giving the guy everything, basically. They should really like this, right? Okay, and let's tag the guy. I still failed the lint, which is wild. Do I fail the lint? Yes, I still do fail the lint. Wow. Okay, I got it. But this is something else then, because I fail. Did I fail the whole? So which test do I Wow, this is a gigantic log. But something is busted because I fail. Okay, so I must have changed what? Stripped call. Reasoning is false by default, so I didn't do anything. So I capture all the things. I think this is something else. This is a... Yeah. Okay, we're done. So I'm getting a fail, but with the real world LM, so I don't know what they do there. They must have a key or something. But the funny thing is that the previous commit didn't have that fail. It had the linting fail, but not that one. So it's kind of immaterial. Okay, we're done. So it's not too bad, right? So we implemented what we learned today is that, well, we just worked around bad software, right? Because we had to do a lot of very nasty logging mangling just to expose an error in PyTest because there's no error propagation. Otherwise, the dummy LM is fine. What they have here is okay because we're able to inject our own reasoning, which now mimics a dictionary output. Yeah, so not too bad. Okay. Not too bad at all. I think I'm gonna stop here. But yeah, it was nice. So at least we completed the work, and let's hope they accept we'll see what happens if they accept this PR. Yeah. So I left a comment for the guy here. Add a test that passes but fails on main. To reproduce the final test on main, we can reproduce this, and this will fail on main with the newly added test variant, but we'll pass on this branch. But I'm seeing unfortunately, I'm seeing a test fail, which is not linting related. It's run test with real LM. Which is really weird because if you look at the commit ID before, this one doesn't fail. Right? There it is, run test with real LM. So there's no reason why. Yeah, it must be like a timeout or maybe it's a limit thing. Okay, I think, yeah, their key is free and must be limited or something. But anyways, this was it. So I hope we learned something today. Not too bad. Thanks for tuning in.